everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we have a pretty casual video. I didn't really have time to record a script for a voiceover because I was flooded with commissions, which is a good thing. So this is why this video is a little bit late, and it's why this voiceover is going to be a little bit more casual. So the character you see me drawing here, her name is Normany, and I drew her in the year 2017. And the idea was that she was a witch and she has magic, and that is really all I remember about her. I know I did write her a story, but it doesn't really matter because I did change it a little bit. So I have a few videos about world building and that kind of general concept idea of things, and I've been building my own little world, and I have a character that is supposed to be an evil witch. And when I rediscovered Normany, I just kind of realized that she would fit perfectly into the character, so I kind of rewrote her story a little bit while keeping her design that just inserting her into this character that I already had, and it works out really well actually. I wanted to redraw her as well, just to see how much my art has improved in the 4 or 5 years since then, and that's why you see me like tracing it, because it's my art and it kind of just speeds up the process a little bit. And it's not a total trace either, like the art does turn out differently. I kept the general vibe of things, like I kept the pose, I kept everything about it. I literally just redrew it. I want to try and do this voiceover in one take because I want to get this video posted relatively quickly. So you may or may not hear my kitten in the background of the video. She just woke up from her nap, so she is super playful with me. So I will try my best to keep the voiceover clean, but you probably will hear her playing in the background. So when I first drew Normany, I drew her on a program called Procreate on my Surface Pro 5, and since then I have picked up Procreate. It was actually pretty soon after I drew Normany I picked up an iPad and learned Procreate. So for the last 5 or 6 years I've been using, well, not 5 or 6, I think I got it in like 2020. So for the last 3 years I've been using Procreate, and my art I feel like has leveled up since then. So there was 2 different programs used to draw this, and there's about 5 years between each drawing. I do feel like my art has improved exponentially, to be honest. Since then I've gone to art college. I have definitely been drawing a lot more since getting Procreate on my iPad. For some reason I just feel like Procreate it's a lot easier to draw with. It's more, even though Krita is specifically made for drawing, and so is Procreate, but it just feels like Procreate and the iPad, it just has a nicer interface. It's a bit more user-friendly, a bit more intuitive to me, and I definitely picked it up very quickly. And if I was giving any advice to anybody, if you're looking for a computer, go for a Surface. If you're looking for something to draw on, get an iPad, because I did have this debate with myself before getting a Surface or an iPad, and ultimately I went with a Surface, and I went back to the iPad in the end. Going back to the topic of world building, I've actually been using ChatGPT to help me with that, and I personally kind of want to do like a full video on using AI as a tool for artists. I already uploaded another video for using it to help you price your commissions, but for this I used it to help me build the world. The way I did this is that I did my own mind map, and I came up with my own things that I wanted to be in the world, such as the geography, the characters, the races, the history, that kind of thing. And I just put it down into little bullet points, and I went to ChatGPT and I said, please consolidate this into like a world building bullet point list. So it would give me like, okay, the geography, the economics, whatever, and it would be like, here's your little bullet pointed list. And I would say to it, I'd give it another prompt like, is there any questions you can ask me that can help me add to this world and to create more depth to it? And it might say, what is the currency? What is the relationship between the elves and the witches? That kind of thing. And then from there, I spent like half an hour just adding to the world myself, and all of the information is my own. And because ChatGPT keeps a history of all your chat logs, you can go back to that every time and say, okay, with the knowledge you have of the world overview, please create a story for 2 characters. I want the characters to be John and Mary, and I want John and Mary to fall in love, but I want there to be a conflict in the third act. I want the resolution to be that they break up and then they get back together and they become king and queen, something like that. And then ChatGPT will use this information that you've given it and just consolidate it a little bit and again, like, I think there's such nuanced takes on AI, and I probably will do a whole video on it, but specifically for this, I found it really helpful with the world building and using my own information and kind of just consolidating it, putting it into paragraphs and making it more visually easy to look at, and creating just a guide for me to follow for when I start drawing comics of these characters. I have this little guide to go off, you know. If you'd like to see me do a video on how to use ChatGPT for your world building, do let me know in the comments below, because I do think it's a useful thing to have, and you can, you know, edit it and stuff like that. Again, just let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so I think I've said everything that I want to say, so I think I'm actually going to put music over the rest of the video. I'll try not to make it too long, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested in my commissions or keeping up with my art, you can follow me on Instagram or find my Etsy linked in the description below. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!